In this podcast episode, Erwin McManus shares his insights on fear, self-belief, and the journey toward living a courageous life. Drawing from his personal experiences and philosophical reflections, McManus explores the intricate relationship between fear and freedom, the importance of self-worth, and the transformative power of action. McManus begins by reflecting on his childhood, where he perceived himself as inherently cowardly, shaped by traumatic experiences such as a dog attack and a near accident on a roller coaster. He describes how fear can permeate one's entire being, defining a person's identity more than any other emotion. Unlike the strategies available today for understanding mental health, McManus had to devise his own approach to confront fear. He chose to use fear as a compass, moving toward the things that frightened him. This strategy led him to remarkable experiences, including traveling to dangerous places and engaging with people from various cultures, ultimately redefining his identity from one of fear to one of courage. McManus emphasizes that recognizing when fear controls one's life is crucial. He suggests that fear often manifests when individuals have dreams or ambitions but are paralyzed by the potential consequences. This paralysis stems from a tendency to focus on the negative outcomes rather than the positive possibilities. He highlights the irony that while fear can feel protective, it often traps individuals, limiting their freedom and potential. The key to overcoming this fear is to take action, as movement toward one's goals can dispel the grip of anxiety. A significant theme in McManus's discussion is the unique human ability to connect with the past and the future. He argues that while living in the past can lead to regret, focusing solely on the future can create a dichotomy between faith and fear. He posits that faith, whether in a spiritual sense or as a form of optimism, serves as an antidote to fear. By embracing a hopeful outlook, individuals can navigate the uncertainties of life with courage. The conversation shifts to the phenomenon of overthinking, particularly among high achievers. McManus notes that overthinking is often rooted in negative scenarios, leading to paralysis rather than productive action. He shares insights from his experiences with athletes and entrepreneurs, emphasizing that the best way to combat overthinking is through immediate action. By trusting one's instincts and making quick decisions, individuals can break free from the cycle of anxiety and regain control over their lives. As the discussion progresses, McManus addresses the tension between ambition and gratitude. He argues that high expectations can lead to feelings of inadequacy, especially when individuals compare themselves to ideals. However, he believes that ambition is a virtue when it is coupled with gratitude and a desire to serve others. He encourages listeners to recognize that their unique talents and capacities come with a responsibility to contribute positively to the world. This sense of stewardship can provide meaning and purpose, countering the emptiness that often accompanies material success. A pivotal aspect of McManus's philosophy is the distinction between self-love and narcissism. He asserts that true self-love involves recognizing one's flaws while understanding that worth is inherent and not contingent upon achievements. This perspective liberates individuals from the need to prove their value through external validation. McManus emphasizes that loving oneself unconditionally allows for deeper connections with others, fostering a more compassionate and generous approach to relationships. Throughout the podcast, McManus shares personal anecdotes that illustrate his journey from fear to courage. He recounts a transformative experience in which he confronted a dangerous individual who had threatened his life. Rather than succumbing to fear, he chose to engage with the person, ultimately finding a sense of purpose in helping others escape their own fears. This encounter reinforced his belief that true freedom lies on the other side of fear. McManus concludes by discussing the importance of living a life of generosity. He argues that when individuals focus on serving others, they find fulfillment and meaning that transcends material wealth. He shares a poignant story about a billionaire who sought him out not for business advice, but for guidance on finding inner peace. This encounter highlights the emptiness that can accompany wealth when it is not accompanied by purpose and connection. In this thought-provoking episode, Erwin McManus challenges listeners to confront their fears, embrace their worth, and live courageously. By recognizing the interplay between fear and freedom, understanding the value of self-love, and committing to a life of service, individuals can break free from the constraints of their fears and lead lives filled with meaning and purpose.